You're watching Bizworld and I'm Muhammed, Ahmad Hamdan. International Monetary Fund IMF revises global growth forecast upward to 2.9% for this year from 2.7% previously. The agency said global growth is projected to fall from an estimated 3.4% in 2022 to 2.9% this year, then rise to 3.1% in 2024. Global inflation, meanwhile, will slow to 6.6% this year and 4.3% in 2024. It still remains well above pre-pandemic level of about 3.5%. Now, global economic activity in the meantime will continue to move in line with the fight against inflation and the conflict in Ukraine. MIDF Research maintained its FBM KLCI year-end target at 1,700 points ahead of the U.S. Federal Reserve meeting and upcoming budget 2023. Despite the prevalent fears of impending recession, the research house posits the risk asset markets are tilting toward the upside in the short to medium term. The intervening period between the end of U.S. Fed rate hikes and the ensuing recession could prove attractive for equity pricing. Meanwhile, it expects Bank Negara will proceed to raise the overnight policy rate towards 3% in the first quarter of this year as core inflation remains elevated and strength in domestic demand to continue pressure prices. MIDF is also eyeing on new measures and policy actions announced by the government, including the retabling of Budget 2023 to provide positive points to ringgit outlook this year. Moving on, consumer spending power will be more subdued this year amid a rising inflationary environment and an interest rate hike cycle. CGS-CIMB Research said it sees potentially large allocations in the upcoming Budget 2023 in terms of subsidies provided. These include direct cash handouts, special assistance payments and personal income tax cuts, as well as minimum wage hikes. The research firm said this will partially alleviate the rising cost of living and support spending towards daily essentials. It expects a reopening of China's economy and international borders to bode well for consumer stocks under its coverage, including QL Resources, Power Root and Kawan Food. The expected gradual return of foreign tourists, especially the Chinese, is also set to have a positive spillover effects on companies in Malaysia with overseas exposure. Now, Vestland Berhad debuted on Bursa Malaysia's ACE market today at 38 cents, marking a 15% premium or 5 cent increase on its IPO price of 33 cents. The construction firm stock has seen 317.7 million units traded, making it the most active counter on the local stock market today. The IPO, which was oversubscribed by 18.38 times, entails an offering of more than 240 million shares. Of the 50.6 million ringgit raised from the IPO, 33.5 million ringgit will be used to grow its working capital for their operations, while 7.5 million ringgit will be used for the acquisition of a new head office in Shah Alam. Perodua, which has a total of 220,000 outstanding bookings, will bear the sales tax exemption for vehicles delivered after March 31st this year, the deadline to enjoy the tax exemption. Its president and CEO, Datuk Sri Zainal Abidin Ahmad, said while the focus is to deliver before the deadline for bookings made by June 30th last year, its president and CEO said there will definitely be spillover based on its current planning.
Customer to book, kalau sales tax, if we have to absorb the sales tax, walaupun dia dapat beyond 31st March, kita akan buat. Kita akan make sure because I think customer is very important. Dia book kereta kita pada masa tu, dia book adalah without sales tax and it is our problem that we cannot deliver the car by March, therefore kita kena honor. The central purchasing.
The automotive player targets to maximize its production to 330,000 units and sales to 314,000 units this year, underpinned by orders carried forward from last year as well as continued demand. To meet its target this year, Perodua has earmarked 10 billion ringgit to purchase parts from local suppliers.
Today we share our 2023.
And that's all the time we'll have for Bizworld. I'm Muhammed, Hamdan. Thank you for watching and keep tuning into TV3.